Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love, the place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Today, there's an NFC fighting storm between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Philadelphia Eagles. The ball is teed up as rain continues to fall. And we're underway from Philadelphia. Set to return it. Here's Will Shipley. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is first and 10.
Great, set. On anyone, huh? 63.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Here's another carry for Barkley. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. That one gains 7. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. As that running back to come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down, he made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
First down throwing for Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
First down, a run with Barkley. That played good for, looks like about 6. 2nd down upcoming.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
Good. Set. Anyone up? Hey, 73.
Hurts now from the gun. This one will not connect. That's incomplete. They are testing this coverage on the opening drive, but it's holding up so far. 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3.
Great. Set. Hey, let's go. Trimmer. Crowd up, Yeti. Hey. Silver, set. Crowd up, Yeti.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Yeah, you got to kick that one. First half, you got to kick. Unless it's 4th and 2 or less. Second half, whatever.
So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And it doesn't have the leg. They called on him from deep, but he just can't get it there. And we continue to await our opening score of this ballgame.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. Free inside the 30. And in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Chris Boswell for the point after. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Buccaneers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. Shipley now to return. This makes it up to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They go play fake with Hurts. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Not a bad first look for him in the contest, this contest. And I love them taking a shot, Kate. It's a shame, though, because this defense will tip the cap. They played that ball better than he could.
Hurts trying to get on 2nd down. Hauled in by Goddard, left side. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Extra man in the secondary for the Bucs on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
You know, Kate, you'll get a little bit of grace for a drop in the first frame. But that's one, as this game goes on, he's got to have. It's hard on 3rd down to execute. And with the ball in your hands, you got to find a way to catch it.
And he drives this into the pouring rain. Has it at the 37. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him.
At their own 38-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Here's Baker. And he can't escape this. The Eagles take him down. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17.
180. King. What's up?
Baker now from the gun. That's complete, Mike Evans. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Regular. What's up?
3rd and long for him here. Finds him over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And the punt team downs this one just inside the 40.
At their own 37-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Yeah. 180.
Hurts setting up to throw. Hits his running back. And is forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter 1. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at 2nd and 3. Running left, this is Barkley. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches.
Great. Set.
They go to Barkley again. This gets the 1st and more. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
10 at the 37-yard line.
New set of downs from 37.
Great. Set.
1st down, and they go right back to it. Now he's past the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles start to fight back with their first points of this game. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
Hey, alert! Hey, alert 33.
Motion man is the tight end. He's going left. Mayfield on 1st and 10. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Baker. That's complete. It's the rookie from Georgia. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. First down. Here's Baker. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Set. 20. Real.
They send a tight end in motion. Second down, Mayfield to pass. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Third down, here's Mayfield. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
Oh, this goddamn rain, man. Fuck.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The Buccaneers out and into punt formation. And he'll try to hit this one well.
Guess we guys just try to run the ball up the middle. Ain't no fucking cutting.
He can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10.
Go Silver.
Play action. Hurts has it. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
No touch. 63. No touch.
On second down, here's Barkley. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. So 20 yards on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
All set to go now from the 35. Going to the ground again on first. And he stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's second down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2.
Great. Trimmer.
They'll run it. This is A.J. Dillon. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Great. Set. 180. Hey, 73.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Completed to his running back. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be third and longer. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there. He's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Hurts. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10. Handoff headed right. Barkley. Hop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
The wind was at a sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. The tight end in motion now. 1st down throw here. Mayfield. Catch is made down the right sideline. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45.
It's a gain of 20.
That timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. First down, looking to throw. Mayfield going deep here for the end zone. And he's going to have the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers get some late points and the lead. Christian Watson with the touchdown. Boswell to add the PAT. Drifted near that upright, but he gets it to go. And the Buccaneers take a 4-point lead.
Eagles 10. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Shipley now to return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Great, set. Anyway,
First and 10. Here's Hurts. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Simply part of the job description for any running back in today's game. You're out there, you're going to be one of your quarterback's most important safety valves, and you got to be ready for that check down at all times.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing here, Hurts. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's 3rd down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Great, set. Anyway, move it. Hey.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. This one's caught, Smith has it. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Hurts throwing again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Great.
It's Hurts once again. Throwing the out route complete. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Great, set. Anyway,
And again, here's Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. Hurts now from the gun. Going all the way to the end zone here. And the coverage holds up. Nicely done. They were tested. They knock it away in the end zone. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
Now Hurts on 3rd and long. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Wow, they must really trusted this guy's range. He's out for what would be a very long field goal. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Kate, if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off with a touchdown, that's the second best thing you can do. You could take all the time down, put points on the board, maybe a little momentum in heading into halftime.
From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Baker now off the play fake. Complete out to the right. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Good. 180.
Brown on the inside give. And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Hey, alert 33. 180. Stop.
Here's Brown again. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
180. Hurry. What's up?
Back to Brown on 1st down. Kicks away from one. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, alert, alert, alert. What's up?
Working inside the red zone. Brought in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Handoff headed left to Brown. And he's going to haul it in for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point set in through the rain. And the Buccaneers grow their lead to 8.
21. Eagles 13. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Now Boswell on to send this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. A play fake now hurts the throw. He puts some air under it deep down the left. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him into field goal range. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. It's on 1st down. Throw caught at the 6. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
From the red zone on 1st. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Jamel Dean makes the play. And he's out the clear. And he takes this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Tampa Bay touchdown. But we all saw his teammates yelling at him, go down for the touchback. He had no chance of that. He saw a lane to take it from one end zone to the other, and he did just that.
You know, and in that sense, he's no different than a kick returner bringing it out of the end zone. That's why some think DBs make the best return men. He just got that unique way of seeing the field, whether it's on a kickoff or going 100+ for a pick 6. Wow.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10.
Don't touch that. 63.
Hurts back to the air after the pick. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And this one belongs to the Bucs. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The Buccaneers grow their lead off the turnover. Boswell gets that point after the go. And the Buccaneers grow the lead now to 22 points.
Eagles 13. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Give me a couple seconds. I'll be real quick. All right.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Don't touch that.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Toss play to Barkley. He's out in the clear. Along the right sideline, there's space. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown.
Okay, we are watching a showman put on an absolute show. What a day for this running back. I think he'd be the first to tell you. It's about the guys up front, the receivers blocking outside, and the electricity of his legs.
Keeping it on the ground. And he's going to cross for the score. They trim that deficit down to 14.
Buccaneers 35, Eagles 21.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
And he takes a knee in the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Here's Brown to start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Kings, 180!
From the gun, Mayfield. He's got Emeka Egbuka. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Lasers this one deep down the middle. Intercepted in the end zone. Sidney Brown makes the play. And the Eagles take over as he records his 10th career INT.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. It got 2nd down. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on.
They give to Barkley, left side. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is within reach. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Yo, tough that.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Still well short after the 3-yard run. It's going to be 4th down and 6.
4th down.
They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th.
Hey, 73.
Desperation time here. That is caught. He's got Brown. And I don't think he got to the marker. Looked a little short, and yep, indeed, he's marked short. This is a turnover on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
It is caught left side. And this play is nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. When you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield now off the play action. downs. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
This one misses the tight end. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
From the gun, a get to Brown. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. He gets 2 on that run. That brings up 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
You send him left out of the slot. Mayfield now on 3rd and goal. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I could think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Boswell able to knock it through. And that makes this a 3-score game.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
No touch that. No touch.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. It connects down the sideline. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. On 1st down, Hurts. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
2nd down, Hurts throwing again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
It's now 3rd down.
Great, set. No touch.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't connect with Dallas Goedert. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
Great, set.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Play fake. It's Mayfield. Flushed out of the pocket. That one's complete right side. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Stop.
They'll try it right with Brown. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Buccaneers moments away from a 2-0 start. 2nd and 3 now. Dive play straight ahead. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
Well, the big guy gets him some positive yardage in close. It's not that the defense didn't expect run. I just don't think they expected him to be the one running it.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And they score. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Boswell set to kick off.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Shipley now to return. He lost the football, and they steal it back on the return. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
These guys are flying down the field. Reminds me of the guys in Braveheart. But different than Braveheart, these guys got 2 things on their mind. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, try to separate the ball if they can. It's rare that it happens, but boy, is it big when it does.
And he has enough room to gain about 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6 at the Eagles' 17-yard line.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Brown. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
As a corner in this league, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. But you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
3rd down, get to Brown. Shut down after a gain of about a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down. So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers. And they can be proud of their exploits.